Hello, welcome back to Stardew Valley. You may notice it's Tuesday and not Monday. I've just done a little bit of an oops, which was I didn't realise my battery wasn't charging on my laptop, and I've just killed an entire episode. But it's fine, it's only a day. The main highlights is I've chosen to do the bone being signed up to Ginger Island and collected all the bone fragments I could find. And now I'm going to go to Skull Cavern to collect more. Oh, you almost told me that yesterday. Although today, earlier this morning, that was your mum and Sap. So now I have to wait until 10 o'clock for Pam to get to the bus stop, but whilst we're doing that, I can check the farm real quick. So I'm pretty sure the other video is corrupted as it did not save properly when it closed, so I guess I just have to re-go over what I was talking about, which is not a problem for me because it means I can carry on talking about it but in a different light and rephrase it maybe. So me and my darling siblings and our honorary fourth sibling, sister, we went on a girls' trip to York recently. Because we haven't seen each other, we all haven't seen each other since basically last year. The exception being that I saw her at the around summertime when she was visiting me. Well, when she was visiting her parents locally, so she came to say hi to me. Life was good. Got a snail. But yeah, so we had a great time, went to York, visited some of the sites, went to like the Viking Jorvik Centre, saw Vikings, went on the roller coaster because they have a roller coaster in that museum. And it's not quite a funfair ride, but bits of it were very much, why are we turning now this way? Sudden drop, quite quick, also really slow. Time to spin 360 degrees. It was a lot basically. It was great as well, really informative. Not been to a museum like that, so that was fun. Got them to stamp me a silver coin in the traditional way of doing it, which was very loud and frightening to be fair, but nonetheless entertaining. Oh, we're nearly there. Then we went to a illusions museum, which was fun. Loads of different rooms, and they have like different perspective shifts depending on where you take photos. That makes someone look really small and someone look really big in the same area. And I say that was interesting. Me and the honorary sister. Well, the honorary sister is the one who found it, and I'm like, oh my god, this looks so much fun. So we're very into it. My older sister was ambivalent, but she wasn't feeling too great. And then my younger sister, she was very much unsure. She didn't really realise what we were getting into, but we all had a great time, lots of fun. Took plenty of photos of us. And after that we went up to the Shambles, which is basically just a really narrow street. I believe it's called the Shambles because it used to be all the I want to say butchers and stuff, and it's just what you'd refer to the offcuts of meat that you got thrown back into the street. But don't quote me on that. But even with that said, it was good times. We were going to look into the Harry Potter shops, but there was queues, and I mean, we were just going to look because we were there more than we were actually interested. So we thought we'd save it for somebody else who actually wanted to see it. My younger sister and the auxiliary sister, they went into a tea shop along there, which was great. Me and my older sister stood outside waiting for them. I don't drink tea. I know I shame the very country I'm from. Don't really like it. My older sister wasn't really feeling going in. But apparently they had some great teas in there, like 3 floors of tea. And we went, oh, we should probably go find somewhere to eat. We didn't realise that connected to the tea shop, they had a cafe, which obviously sold some food, but also it means you could try the tea before you brought it. So we went there, and the honorary sister, she had the full matcha experience where you have to whisk it and prepare it yourselves, which she found. How's my inventory full already? And then, as we left, it started raining on us, so we didn't really want to stick around that long. Which was fine. We had plans to go eat at a fancy restaurant that night. I say fancy. I think it ended up just being more expensive than fancy. I don't have the highest opinion of it, I will not lie. Not because it was bad, it's just some of the other bits. So, we stayed in Airbnb, which was great, and we were just outside the city. We're about 10 minutes out the city. So, we used Uber to get in, so meaning we didn't have to drive all the time, which was good for the person who was driving. But it meant we had to plan things better, so we got an Uber into the city, did all the museums and stuff. Then we got a museum, then we got an Uber out the city to get back to accommodation, so we could get all dressed up in our pretty gowns and frocks, get all done up for our fancy meal out. We chose to go to a steakhouse that looked really good. Looking at the menu, really good, pricey, but to be fair, that's what you expect. And really, at the end of the day, I shouldn't have a problem with it. We knew it was going to be almost £30 each for a meal. But they had these share boards that looked interesting, and it meant you could have like a bit of all the steaks, and we're looking at it, and we're trying to work out. Okay, I don't want to do this, so I'm going to drop down level. Okay. People outside having the world's largest conversations. Loudest. Anyway, we didn't want to have to. Yeah, let's say it was like 22 ounces of meat on there, which is more than enough for us, all 4 of us. So we thought, oh, the share board must be for like maybe 3 or, oh, I'll take that, 3 or 4 people. I think in the reality it was for 2 people, but it wasn't stated anywhere. And more annoyingly, when the gentleman took our order, we noticed he gave us a bit of a side eye about ordering it for 4 people, but he didn't say anything, such as, oh, that's fine, but I just want to say that really that menu piece is for more people. Because if we had known, we said would have probably still ordered it, but would have picked up a couple more sides. Because, I'd say, it was more than enough meat for us. But at last, oh, there we go. A mummy dude, is that? Oh, looks interesting. What's that? I don't really need more squash seeds. Miner's treat. Oh, I definitely should eat that next. But yeah. Anyway, the food arrived, and it was fantastic. Like, that's one thing we cannot complain about, was the steak was really good. It's just because they didn't warn us, that might not be enough for 4. Even with... Wait, so 2 people of our party, one of them was coming down with something, and the other one's just started to recover from something they'd come down with. So they weren't at full appetite anyway. And there's the other 2 of us who were full appetite. So I feel like if they said something, we could have just picked up a couple more sides. Life would have been good, but nothing was said, so it wasn't quite enough food for the 4 of us. We all agreed it would have been like perfect amount for 3 people, but trying to wiggle on a 4th person was not great. But I definitely don't need any more frozen tears. They say the steak was great, the sides were alright. The drinks we had were great as well. Ordered drinks. Anyway, we got to the point where we're getting the bill delivered to us. No, hang on, I missed a bit there. So we finished the food and we sat there for quite a long time and our plates haven't been cleared. Like, to the point where my sister who works in the industry is like, right, we're gonna now push all the plates to the corner of the table, making it as clear as we can possibly be that we have finished, which we do. And it's only around that time that someone comes up to clear them, but even then it still took a longer than we would have liked. I mean, we do understand it was a Saturday night and it would have been getting to their busier time, so whatever. And the restaurant itself was kind of huge when they were walking us through it. They took us from like the main entrance right to the back, and it was very much the case of, are we at the back yet? Are we there yet? No, we still got so far to go. But we did feel, say, ignored for most of the night. We were going to get desserts. Unfortunately, there weren't many that were friendly to my older sister. She doesn't eat chocolate. And most people know when you go out, the thing that's always on the menu is chocolate. And unfortunately was not for her, so we decided instead we'll get another round of drinks, and then when we go back to our accommodation we'll grab some of the things we had there, because we did really overbring snacks. And it was a good time. So when we ordered the next round of drinks, we did pretty much almost turn around and say, could we also have the bill brought to us? Because we were really not sure when they were next gonna come check on us with the current climate of how long it took them to get to us to begin with. So fortunately, they got to that real quick. Drinks took a while again. And after that we went home. I say home, went back to the accommodation. But the food there was fantastic. It was just really the service that was letting it down. And I'm just sort of forgetting that on the way out we went to the bathroom. No, as you do, had lots of cocktails and whatever. And we go in. And so there were, I think, 5 stalls. There might have been 6. But there was only 2 working. All the other ones had out of order signs on it. And I'm just there going, for an establishment as nice as this is supposedly, dead centre of York, Saturday night, you'd think they'll try to have this toilets fully functionable, but no. And then the best thing is we had a choice. You could either have, why won't that go down? There we go. You could either have a toilet with a wet floor or a wet seat. I mean, the girls were laughing about this, and then a fellow customer walked in whilst we were joking about, and she joined in the joke about, "Ooh, I can't wait to get my choice." Okay. Oh, is that a warp home totem? Should probably grab that. What don't I need? Yeah. Okay, I can keep going even later now. Where was that hole? There's that hole. Yeah, we left. Back to accommodation. Went to chill. So we stayed over 2 nights. Oh, it's another dinosaur. Okay, nothing else there. Time to warp home. Oh, it's Wednesday and it's raining. Okay, how long? That brought me up to 62, so I still need 40 bones. Oh, it's the Lao. Okay, we're gonna have to think about something to bring to that. We can quickly clear my inventory. My geode crusher's gonna be busy for a little while. Anyway, yeah, so we went back, we chilled for the rest of the night. Nice, relaxing, had a good little bit of fun. Throw those in there for now. And then the next day, which we'll say, we stayed over 2 nights. We really should have done it 3 nights, so from Friday to Monday, but it was a very last minute organising of what we were doing. Like, really last minute. And, yeah. Ooh. Does that mean I have a mastery point now? Yeah. Which means I can go to the mysterious door and learn a skill. The next day we packed up the Airbnb. And we headed back into York itself. We had a look at the Castle Museum and the basic 3 museums connected to that before we headed back out and took our road trip back. I only say road trip is we ended up dropping off everyone. So me and my younger sister will still live together. Older sister lives about an hour away from us. And then the other sister lives about an hour away from the older sister. So basically on the road for 5 hours. But the alternative was leaving the auxiliary sister to stay in York until Basically 7 o'clock was the only train she could get back out, if I understand that correctly, so we just went, sod it, we'll take you. So we basically got home before, even after all that, we still got home before she would have been picked up by her train. Which, yeah, added a bit more into our journey, but we wouldn't have been comfortable leaving her alone, and we did not want to be staying in York until that time, because it means we wouldn't get home till 9 o'clock. So now we're looking for another place to go. We're thinking something a bit more countryside. Now we're definitely going to go back to York at some point. There's still so much more to do. We just did like the big main touristy bits. Yeah, if it was a bit warmer, we definitely would have popped into. We definitely would have done a lot more exploring. But yeah, lovely city. Me just realising I didn't even do the. Gonna have to go back and listen to what I've said, which I probably will forget to do. So I'm sorry if this gets repeated. I just realised I don't think I went on this service charge rant on this video. So the place we went to eat, you know what? The short of it is, the place we went to eat, they added on a electronic service charge onto the check. I really don't like electronic service charges for many reasons. I prefer, if I'm going to give a tip, I'm going to give a physical selection of money. I don't want to do it over card. But also I don't like getting forced into doing it. Which, when they say it's optional, it never is. I've had this rant before. This place did that. We took it off because they added like, I think 12%, which is just ridiculous for a country where we pay our people properly. So we got it removed. We did leave a table tip of about a third of what they were asking, because we'd been ignored so much and all that. So, but I just really hate places that automatically drop it on, even when they said it's optional, because it's not at that point. But apart from that, yes, York was lovely, had a great time. We'll be going back sometime, just not there. And more importantly, now I have to remember what's good for the Lao. I'm pretty sure any like gold standard product is the best. I might just put a iridium truffle in there. Oh, that was not the intention. I do to beget. I really wish that dropped a ladder or a hole, just to have made that worth it. I'm not going to a chub frenzy. But back in my day we used to call them sausage parties. Yeah, probably we'll put in like a truffle just because, did I say I've been getting tons of them? I can't remember, I repeat myself a lot. No! That's annoying. Oh, please don't have lost everything. Perfect. Well, might as well go down to the cave at the bottom real quick. Oh yeah, because like Sunday's the redo day. trying to decide. This one looks like it could be useful. So I don't know what the Mystic Seed does, but it will get me more boxes. Whereas this one will get me the Iridium Scythe. But at the moment I'm only on a normal scythe. But then I can do the harvesting quicker though. I'm slowly putting stuff into golden pots anyway, though I can't do that with the going through. But the blessings could be interesting. Golden crackers, yeah. You know what, I'll go for farming. Why? Because then if I do the farming, I can get more farming XP, which means I can get my next mastery a little quicker. And as someone said, does mean I could go over the top with these and harvest so much quicker. That was kind of a mistake. Because I didn't know what flavour all those were going to be. Oh, I got a new gun for one. Probably pop in there before I go to the Lao. Oh, good night. Having to go to bed at the same time for once.